Students, in this class we are discussing another important lesson in history. Here they given fifth lesson, social and religious reformation movement. So this was one of the important lesson in 10th standard. So in this video we are discussing who are the peoples they came to reform the society or religions, and why they came and what was the methods they used. So these are the matters we are discussing in this video. Before that, we want to know, in India, we can see there are different types of language, caste, traditions. We can see this society, in the beginning, this society is created based on Varna system. Varna means we are knowing. There are 4 types of Varnas we already discussed. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya. And we are given, for each Varna, for also we already decided the occupations or jobs, as society and status also. So in that base they get the powers. So afterwards, when in one of the important group they got more opportunity. So on that way, the Hindu religion, when they teach about the Hindu religion, they saying only the importance about only the Varna of Brahmana. They giving only importance about the Brahmanas. So when only one category or one Varnas they got more opportunity, others they did not get any facility or any power in our society. So on that time some of the peoples they took the leadership and they start social reformation or religious movements. So here we want to know what was the main objectives of this one social reformation or religious movements. So one of the main intention or objectives, that is to uphold the dignity of common peoples or the individual self-respect. We have our own self-respect. This one we want to protect it. How we want to protect? So in that purpose for a some of the peoples they took the leadership and they start the social reformation. So in which period these like of peoples they came and they started social reformation? In the century of 19th. The 19th century, this is one of the significant period in Indian history because of this is one of the new awakening period, that like the given title. Because of in that time peoples they thought that they thinking thought is differently in the period of 19th century. Till that much time, who are the traditionally peoples they given ideas that only we are implemented or we have followed. But after the 19th century, the thinking capacity or the thinking style is become full different after the 19th century. And new ideas, new philosophy came in Indian society after 19th century. So that's why are they given the 19th century is a reformation and new awakening period. So that like of titles they given. So why they given this like of title? What was the any incident happened in that time? Yes, some of the incident is happened in that period only. So here they given first one. In this time the Europeans or the British they implemented English education. So when they implemented the English education, people they got the knowledge about the present society. And second one here they saying, and the Europeans they saying about the concept in the English education in about the democracy, nationalism, equality. So when these like of about the matters as concept, when they started to teach in English education, people they understood about what is meant by society, what is power, what is equality. They understood the knowledge. So this was one of the important point. And another point, when they came Europeans to India, especially British, they implemented one of the new theory, that is white man burden theory. White man burden theory. So this is one of the important theory. In that based British or Europeans they decided that Indians are uncivilized. This is our responsibility. We want to civilize the people of India. So when these like of theory they implemented, Indians people they got the opportunity to get education. Till that much time only the upper class peoples or who are society in the stage in who are there in first stage, they only they got all the facility or education. But when the British government they implemented white man burdens theory, so in that based they already I told The main intention of white man burden theory, that is want to civilize the people of India. That is responsibility of British or Europeans. So in that based they provided education for all our peoples of India. They not decided only for upper class or only for lower class. No, equally we want to provide a education. So this is also one of the important practice or important programs they implemented by Europeans. So in that based peoples they started to think about the Indian society and values, self-respect, dignity. So when these like of thoughts they came, so automatically in Indian society the peoples they started to reformation. So these are some of the influence factors. So when the Europeans they arrived, so when they given the English education, we understood about the democracy, what is meant by democracy or equality. So when we studied about these are the matters, or when we understood about the concept, after that they implemented another theory also, white man burden theory. So in this way, common peoples of India, they understood about the values of human beings or individuals. So and another one here they saying, so when they got these like of educations, after that here they saying many of the community are they saying Shudras and the women's community, they are neglected in our society. Means we are not given that much of freedom or equality for them, especially Shudras and women's. So when they got the education, so after that they understood we also equal in our Indian society. We also have same right because of we all are human beings. And not only this one, so in that about also peoples they started movements and social reformation they did some of the peoples. And not only these are the matters, on the time in Indian society peoples they followed, there are different types of malpractice or different types of bad beliefs. For example, caste system, we can say child marriage, and they opposed by widow remarriage also, and sati system. So these like of and casteism. So these like of problems we have faced in the beginning of 19th century. So when the peoples of India or who are they got the education of English education, when they got the awareness, after that they started reformation about these are the problems. What are the problems now I told? So these are the problems about only they started reformation. So who are the peoples that came to start reformation about these are the problems? Here they given Rajaram Mohan Rai or Dayananda Saraswati. We can see Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Jyotiba Phule. So these like of some of the important leaders, they took the leadership and they established their own societies or some other objectives. So in that based they uphold the society of India. Or who are they not getting any freedom in Indian society, for them only they struggle hard. So these like peoples they took the leadership and they started to motivate or they started reformation of our Indian society. So in this class we are discussing in that way only how the peoples they started their reformation in Indian society. And another we want to know, and who are the reformations or reformers they came, the main intention they thought that here they say we want to stop the social evils, like how we can stop this one by implementing laws. So without the laws we cannot propagate or we cannot stop these like of social evils. So in that purpose all are who are they took the leadership, or which are the peoples, who are the peoples now we are discussing, they are social reformers. So they all are took these like only some of the reformation or some of the measurements. So on that base some of the problems they eradicated in our society. So who are the peoples in that only now in this class now we are discussing one by one. For example, first one here they given, that is Rajaram Mohan Rai. So Rajaram Mohan Rai established one of the important society or Samaj. So that one here they given as a Brahma Samaj. He is one of the important social reformer. He born in the year of 1772 and died in the year of 1833. He is the first social reformer in India. So he got English education. So on that base he started to reform a Indian society. So before that here they say in before that he got the knowledge about the Sanskrit, Persia and Arabic. So these are the language he studied. In knowing the language of these are the language, and he studied, analyzed the philosophy of Hindus or Upanishad. After that he studied about the Quran also, and he, knowing the language of Arabic, he learned the language of Greek, and here another they given, that is Hebrew. Hebrew and Greek, both language also he studied because of want to learn about Bible, and he want to analyze. So what was the main intentions of religious, or what the teachings by the priestly class, that is correct or wrong? This one he want to understood. In that about only he studied the important religions on that time. He studied about the Upanishad, and another one side Quran and Bible. So after that, next one they say, after that he started by another important sabha, that is Atmiya Sabha, with his friends. The support of the friends, he started by one of the new institution, that is Atmiya Sabha. So after that he established by Brahma Samaj in the year of 1828. 1828 in Rajaram Mohan Rai established by Brahma Samaj. So after that Rajaram Mohan Rai he observing the Indian society. So in that Indian society we can see one is caste system, second one is superstition. Means we can see the blind beliefs or bad beliefs. So he tried that we want to eradicate these are the practice. That only given as a name as a maladis. Means this is one of the malpractice. We want to stop it. Because of what our Indian Upanishad or Indian philosophy, what they saying, that is not practicing by our Indian society. Because of in our philosophy or Upanishad, they did not support it about the varnas or casteism or sati system or child marriage. No, they are not supported. These are the matters. But in our Indian society, in peoples, they following or they practiced by these only theories. But in our Upanishad, they are not saying these are the matters. See, strongly opposed by sati system. So on the effect or on the result of this one, Lord William Bentinck in the year of 1829, he propagated by sati system. So this is one of the important achievement done by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So when Rajaram Mohan Rai more focused about of sati system, because of sati system we all are knowing generally, if any husband if died means wife also should die in a fire. So this one is sati system. But when Rajaram Mohan Rai is strongly when he opposed, so on the as a result, the Lord William Bentinck, he propagated law of sati system in the year of 1829. And another point, after that he implemented or improved the rationalism in all over the India. Means we want to give equal opportunity, equal rights to each individual. So in that purpose only implemented or published by journalism also. So one of the important journalism here they saying, that is general here saying Samvada Kaumudi, one of the important books published by in Bengal language by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So this is also one of the important achievements. So after that we want to know what was the teachings of Brahma Samaj or Rajaram Mohan Rai. So first one here they given advocating monotheism. Means we want to believe only one God. So this one he tried to support. We want to believe only one God. So after that next one here they saying, and second one here they say he opposed what was the bad practice we are doing in our society. These are the bad practice opposed by Rajaram Mohan Rai. There are so many of rituals, bad rituals. We did not given widow's remarriage encouragement, or sati system, or child marriage, or caste system. So these are the bad rituals opposed by Rajaram Mohan Rai. And third one teaching here they say, so every person they have their own rights or dignity. They can live in our Indian society because of they have the rights. Means all are equal. So in that based concept about also he teached in Brahma Samaj. So after that fourth point here they say, here all are equal. So in that based on the time in the when the Rajaram Mohan Rai came, so on that time, in women's they did not given any freedom, they did not get any rights in Indian society. So Rajaram Mohan Rai opposed the practice of women's discrimination. Women's also equal in our society. We want to give equal rights to for them. So this like of teachings also it told or it started to spread in Brahma Samaj. So and finally fifth one here they say, and fifth one here is saying one can take good things from anywhere, and people they believed that only the Brahman category only great, others are low. No, here they saying the Brahma Samaj and Rajaram Mohan Rai saying if any good things is there, we can take that one in anywhere. So only Krishna religion is great or Muslim religion is great. No, we can see in all the religion we can see some of the good points. We can get that one. So we are thinking only the Europeans are great, not Indians. No, that like not. All are equal. We can take any good things are there. We can take that one in any place. We should not say this one not our religion or our group. That like could not say. So this like of teachings told by Rajaram Mohan Rai, and another one is saying that in that only Upanishad and Vedas also saying this one matters about only. We want to adopt good values. So this also encouraged, and another one is saying, and he was open, receive good thoughts even from the West, and he is saying not only we are getting good thoughts in our religion, no, in Western side who are they came, they also given some of the good ideas or good ideology. We can adapt that one. So these like Rajaram Mohan Rai started to teach in Brahma Samaj. So after that next one they saying Rajaram Mohan Rai he started means he given encourage to English education because they are giving new ideas. We can learn new ideas, new philosophy in Westerners. So in that purpose he given importance of English education. So in that purpose Rajaram Mohan Rai he established it by there are so many of schools and Vedant college in the place of Calcutta because of to give importance of English education. So after that the process or the progress of Ravindranath Tagore, Rajaram Mohan Rai, Ravindranath Tagore is given title for Rajaram Mohan Rai. Here they saying first one the harbinger of modern India, he is the father of modern India because if you only given the basement. So we want to think as a differently. So this like first time they given by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So that's why Ravindranath Tagore they given title for Rajaram Mohan Rai, that is the harbinger of modern India. And second one, progenitor of Indian social reformation means is the development or first person of or he given encouraged for social reformation. So that like also they given title. So after that the prophet of Indian nationalism is a prophet of our Indian nationalism. So these like of titles given by Rabindranath Tagore to Rajaram Mohan Rai for his work. So these are the important points about Rajaram Mohan Rai. So first one we want to know is the first social reformer in India. He knowing language of Sanskrit, Persia, Arabic and Greek, and another one is Hebrew. He studied Hindu philosophy and Quran, after that Bible also. And he given encourage to English education, and he opposed the bad practice of Indian society, especially about the sati system. So as a result, Lord William Bentinck he banned in the year of he prohibited the sati system in the year of 1829, and Rajaram Mohan Rai established it by Brahma Samaj in the year of 1828. And we have discussed about the teachings, advocated the monotheism and opposing bad rituals, and he said all are equal in a society and any good things are there, we can get that one in any way. So these like of teachings told by Rajaram Mohan Rai. So after that he given encouraged of English education. On that purpose he established it by some of the schools and Vedant college in Calcutta. So these are the contribution for Rabindranath Tagore, given Rajaram Mohan Rai for he given some of the titles also, the harbinger or progenitor or the prophet of Indian nationalism. So these like of titles given by Rabindranath Tagore. So these are the important points about Rajaram Mohan Rai. So after that, next one we want to know another important person came. He also took some of the leadership in Indian society and he also started some of the social reformation. So that is here they given Young Bengal movement. So before that we want to know, so in that time already in North India, already people they started about social reformation. So in that we already discussed first person Rajaram Mohan Rai. So when Rajaram Mohan Rai, when he took the leadership and when he started by about the social reformation, the total North India, the peoples they adopted by social reformation and the central place located in North India, especially in Calcutta. So in Calcutta only in 1820 and 1830s, in that period only, some others also they took the leadership and they started by social reformation. So in that one of the important movement, that is Young Bengal movement. So this one Young Bengal movement took the leadership of, here the given person name is Henry Louis Vivian Derrazio. Henry Louis Vivian Derrazio. He took the leadership and he started by one of the new reformation in India, that is Young Bengal movement. So the life here they given the total period of Henry Louis Vivian Derrazio, that one 1809 to 1831, and his father is Portuguese and mother is India, so he is a Anglo-Indian. So these are the basic information about Henry Louis Vivian Derrazio. So Henry Louis Vivian Derrazio started by one of the new movement. That movement name is Young Bengal movement. After that, Derrazio is one of the important professor. So here they saying he worked in the place of Hindu College in Calcutta from of 1826 to 1831. So in that time, he did so much of reformation. So when he teached about the reformation or motivational talk, there are so many of students they influenced by the teachings of Derrazio and they started to follow. So when they started to follow, so in that time he given some of the motivational speech. So how they given how the European countries become developed, how in European countries in society how the reformation is done. So in which purpose for Europeans they did struggle. So when this like of motivational speech when they given, there are so many people that attracted, and he published it by some of the textbook also, and he did some of the reformation in education field also. So when this like of reformation is done, some of the traditionalists means who are they followed in old education or old social reformation or old social problem, social process. So these are the peoples they oppose the theory of Derrazio. So when they started to this like of when they started to oppose, so after that year they saying in 1828 he established it by one of the new institution, that is Academic Association. He was established one of the new society, that is Academic Association, in the year of 1828. So in that association once again he started to teach about how we want to reform our society. So in that about only he given more importance. So based on the Academic Association, so in that based Derrazio is started by some of the Young Bengal movement. In especially this movement is implemented in the place of only in Calcutta, do not spread in any other places. So on that time here they say he discussed in that Young Bengal movement in some of the important points. One is about the God, and second one here they saying about the nature and inhuman practice, humanism. So what is maybe rationalism and other various problems, which are the problems we are facing in our society. So in that about only they are discussed in Young Bengal movement or Academic Association. So after that they started by movements, Young Bengal movements in Calcutta. So when they started, not only they start about these are the objectives only, they not started the movements. So on that time there are some of the bad evils or bad practice or superstitions. So these like problems we can see in Hindu society. So these are the matters about also they started struggle. So they started reformation. Casteism, widow remarriage, sati system, women's dignity. So these are the matters about also they started by struggle. So when they started struggle, some of the young peoples they given me students they given support to Derrazio, but so who are they worked with colleagues means in that particular college. So they and some others they oppose the theory of Derrazio. And peoples also they started to say about the Derrazio is doing some wrong things. So that's why this Engel movement did not get success. So in the year of 22, Derrazio died due to cholera. So these are the important points about Derrazio. Means first one we want to know, Derrazio is one of the important person. He also took the leadership and he also started by social reformation. He implemented one of the new movement, that is Young Bengal movement. And we want to know who is Derrazio. Means we are knowing full name is Henry Louis Vivian Derrazio. After that we are knowing where he worked in Calcutta University, in Calcutta College as a professor. He started by academic association in 1828. There are so many of students, they influenced by the teachings of Derrazio. He discussed so many of topics about the God, humanism, nature, or other various topics. He opposed Indian society in some of the bad practice, women's dignity and sati system, casteism, child marriage. So these are the problems discussed, but their own colleagues who are they worked with that particular college, they only opposed the theory of Derrazio. So finally Derrazio died in the age of 22 due to cholera. So these are the important points about Rajaram Mohan Rai and Derrazio or Young Bengal movement. So next class we can discuss about next other important topics. Okay.